Hello, this is Crypto Neptune, and I'm on for a quick check-in on Poststrip as we want to look at how each asset is performing in the ecosystem. So we're going to kind of dive into that real quick. And remember, nothing I say is financial advice, and you should always do your own research. And thank you to those who continue to support the channel. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, I ask that you hit that subscribe button as it'll greatly help me out. So with Poststrip, it's sitting at $10.40, and that's, believe it or not, is still up from its pre-sale or listing price of $2. This project has been out since August of 2023, so that is impressive for an ROI DApp to still be kind of above that listing price. And the same thing with H2O. It is up from its official listing price of 2 cents. So now it's sitting at 7 cents. So nice to kind of see that. We all know the story of the run ups on these two, and we'll kind of look at that real quick. PLS, as PLS goes, the rest of PulseChain goes. So PLS is up. So when that goes up, you'll see kind of some upward trend on the price action there. And here's the Faucet count, and the Garden is holding strong at 1.4 million in TVL. Circulating supply is a little up, so we'll kind of keep an eye out on that. And before we dive in, make sure you go over to Rock Crypto and look at his channel, and make sure you subscribe to his channel because he recently did a video on the Poststrip Garden. So if you're a huge Poststrip Garden guy, he's made some nice gains in the Poststrip Garden. So go view his video and take a look at it. It's some great information. And the Garden has been definitely a big help to him, right? And then make sure you go follow Experience Crypto 24/7. He just did a video where he's making some nice gains over here. Also with Poststrip, right? So go take a look at his video and kind of see what he's talking about. And with Poststrip, okay, so we all know the story with Poststrip, right? It had a massive run up to, 65, almost $66 on launch, right? Then it kind of retraced back. And then once H2O launched, it had a significant price pump pushing this, I want to say, close to almost $100. So we know the potential of this ecosystem with Poststrip. It just kind of needs that igniter, right? So good to see that. And, a healthy $52.4 million market cap. We've seen this even higher, but for an ROI DApp to consistently kind of being at these levels definitely leads me to believe that Poststrip is holding strong, right, for an ROI DApp. And then, here's Treasury bills. Treasury bills looking good too. More buys and sales. Constant buy pressure from those buy and burn. So we love to see that. And then a nice chart kind of moving up and to the right a little bit. So Treasury bills kind of looking good there. H2O is kind of, up 2.06% over the last 24 hours. Now it looks like it's kind of leveling off a little bit there. But that's H2O, remember when it first launched, everybody aped in and it just ignited the whole ecosystem, and then it pulled the price of Poststrip up also because H2O is backed, Poststrip backs H2O, right? So imagine like another catalyst of H2O, of the community kind of all aping together and, aping together and pumping that back up. That's all it would take is for that to happen. This is, kind of like lighter fluid, to the ecosystem. Is kind of how I like to, one quick pump and it's gonna just move everything. But the thing with this ecosystem is just be in position within this ecosystem. And the reason why I say that is there's more and more eyeballs kind of looking at PulseChain as a whole. This is kind of where I'm sitting as, my faucets continue to grow. So definitely happy about that. Also with these ROI dApps, make sure that you are you know, still actively engaged, whether you're compounding, whether you're adding to your position, whether you're coming in and you're taking profits. We always recommend with these ROI dApps, you come in and you take profits. I come in, take my profits, once a month. I'll come in and take profits. I think I'm doing right now, like a 24 and 4 strategy, compound 24 and then let it accumulate for 4 days and then pull profits. You do you. Some people are doing like a 24/7. You can do that too. Whatever works best for you. Now down the road, I'll continue to increase that, but just trying to continue to build my position. But it's vital to the ecosystem that people, at least continue to build as opposed to just constantly just pulling from the ecosystem and not really trying to build. So you got to do a little bit of both. You got to build. You always, again, recommend taking profits. If there's like a run up, take profits. That's kind of like the smart play to do, is if you see like a little bit of a run up in the price. And if you have a kind of accumulated some PDRIP, you can take profits there. But be in position, because the reason why I say be in position with Poststrip is because a lot of big time influencers are starting to notice post-chain ecosystem in general. So imagine a huge run up in post-chain, which is going to pump up the Poststrip price because more eyeballs are coming in. And I believe that post-chain as a whole is going to exceed expectations, right? And when that happens, this Poststrip price is going to have like a massive run up. That's definitely what we want to see. For me, we already talked about my bonds. It ran its course, but if you're somebody that's interested in bonds, you can get up to close to 4% daily, right? And, it kind of runs up to 0.5% each day, and it kind of builds up and builds up until you get to 4%. And I've claimed out all my rewards here, and, use those rewards and put those in my Faucet. And then not much going on here with my Treasury bills, but I do like this concept of the Treasury bills. As I'm kind of playing the long game, I have like 97 more days left. So probably what I do with my Treasury bills is I'm just going to have to time it right, because I don't want to, I want to make sure that I'm essentially taking profits when there's like a nice healthy run ups, right? It wouldn't make sense to take profits and there's not a nice run up. So once this expires, I'll kind of play it by ear to kind of see where TDRIP is sitting. And if the dollar value is up nice, then yeah, I'll definitely take profits. But I'm hoping that the buy and burn will help move the price up for TDRIP, maybe lose some zeros, right? It would be that nice to get to that benchmark of 1 cent, right? If we get to 1 cent, then that's could potentially be, $2,000 here, a little over $2,000 if this gets to 1 cent. So we just kind of have to play it by ear. But the buy and burn here is working to perfection. And looks like in the buy and burn TVL pool, there's 809 million PLS in the buy and burn pool. And then down here, some nice numbers here. Bought and burn TDRIP looks like that's 211 million TDRIP bought and burn. And then H2O bought and burn looks like that's 570K. And a nice number here of rewards paid out to the community of 57 million PLS. So, this is impressive to be an ROI dApp, paying out in multiple ways. You can get rewards through the Faucet up to 1% per day. The bonds, you can get up to 4% if you play it right and kind of play the long game and hold. Treasury bills, you could potentially get up to 400% the longer you hold, right? it just depends on your strategy. Some people are just kind of ladder staking these and doing like them in 4-week increments. So that might be a good strategy to do with these, and something that I'm potentially considering, right? And I'm not heavy in the garden at all, but a lot of people like the garden. You can come in here, and one thing that people keep bringing up is they keep mentioning that some of these TVL is kind of going down. It's going to fluctuate. People are going to come in here. They're going to claim, right? If they've stacked up their claims, by all means, you need to come in here and pull some. Don't any ROI DApp, do not compound to the heavens. You compound and you get up, build a nice compound position so you can stack your claims. But if you're compounding to the heavens and not even rewarding yourself, right, you're going to be, potentially upset in the long run. So make sure you have kind of a healthy combination of, you're compounding, doing what you need to do in here. But somebody was mentioning and, being nervous about, some of the TVLs kind of pulling back. I mean, again, the Garden TVL is sitting at 1.4 million TVL, which is pretty healthy, but you have to have the right strategy. You just can't just keep compounding. And I get a little nervous when I hear people saying, I've been compounding for 9 years and I haven't claimed anything. Well, don't do that, but you do you with your investment. But in here, you can earn 1.5% daily on your investment. Now, once you put your money in the garden or your crypto in the garden, it's locked, right? So it's locked permanently. However, you can get that back with rewards, kind of tripling what you get in here. So that's kind of how that works with the garden. But a lot of top performing assets within the garden. And for my team, I did send an airdrop directly to your hot wallet because I'm still having trouble. Well, the top 5 people on my team, because I'm rotating individuals, but the top 5 people on my team, let's see. Yeah, the top 5 wallets I sent airdrops to. The ones that have a faucet, those are the ones that receive the airdrop. And then, I'll rotate next week. The next week, the bottom 3 will get airdrops. That's kind of how I'm doing it with the airdropping system. But again, continue to build and position yourself for the bull run. That's kind of how I'm rolling. But, for me with Poststrip, that's it. It's holding strong for an ROI DApp. It's holding strong. You're getting paid in multiple ways. You're getting hooked up with free PLS through the buy and burn. If you have a faucet with 10 in it, with 10 PDRIP, you can get paid PLS rewards. As simple as that. Faucet pays out, up to 1% daily, right? Have your strategy there, bonds, treasury bills. So it's still doing what it's doing. And if this ROI DApp can just continue to keep churning out between now and then 2024 or 2025, we'll be sitting pretty as our faucets will be up, people's garden position will be up, bonds, treasury bills. It's a great catalyst to kind of build your portfolio as what many are seeing. So for me, that is it. Thanks for listening and thanks for stopping by.